Listen, man. Listen, man. Listen, man. Listen. We talking practice.
Hey, Matthew Harvey here with the 12 o'clock siren. On my left hand is James Hartley.
I miss my Three Amigos costume already.
Oh,
Yeah. And to my left is Jason Fuller.
What's up, everybody?
doing good.
Yeah. It's,
Last time we saw each other, we were on the square again on the southeast side.
We were freezing.
Yeah, it was chilly
freezing a cold.
at the Halloween on the Square event. We're back in the studio,
We are.
and we have two special guests today. Miss Gaye Doyle of the Chamber of Commerce and Miss Ashley Hartley of the PTL.
Also my wife.
Hello.
Welcome, ladies.
How are y'all?
Thank you.
How we doing?
Doing good.
Thanks for coming on.
Good.
Thanks for having
It's
us.
a little bit last minute, so we appreciate that.
Oh, thank y'all for doing this.
Yeah, you bet. Last time we saw you was on the square too. Both of you, I
Yes.
believe.
I was Glinda the Good Witch.
Yes.
Wow.
I was Dusty Bottoms.
Yeah.
This one here was
I was Lucky Day.
Lucky Day, and
That would make me little Nettie Niederlander.
I was Frazzled Mom.
yes. But at least,
At least you weren't bad parent.
that's right, at least you weren't dressed as the bad parent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. You have got, well, first off, I wanted to say something about the pumpkins you did for the teachers. Miss Doyle, you last chamber meeting, you organized some pumpkins, the pumpkins you would trick or treat with. You organized something for the teachers at school. What was all that about?
That's just a gift for the teachers. You know, Halloween's stressful because the kids are so hyped for candy and excited. So it's a hard week for the teachers. So I'd seen, I think I'd seen something on Facebook of where somebody was giving a gift for a teacher. And I thought, well, let's make it, so they have something to look forward to. So I reached out hoping to get maybe 15 baskets to do one building. I ended up with 46.
Oh, wow.
This town is fantastic. I had people calling me saying, hey, heard about the baskets. I want to do one for a teacher. So, we did all the elementary, all the intermediate, and, it was fantastic.
So the idea is you would get one of these pumpkin trick-or-treat baskets, and
the kids use.
the kids would trick-or-treat with and fill it with.
Supplies, like teacher supplies, markers, highlighters, pens,
Okay.
even candy, hand sanitizer,
Okay.
Clorox wipes, anything that they could use in classroom.
Everyday use kind of things.
Everyday use,
Little,
yes.
little pick-me-up, too, with the morale, I would suppose, too.
Yes.
Well, they
yes.
don't have to go spend their own money,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
which our teachers have to do.
They do.
That it's so often.
Yeah.
It's a sad thing, really.
I see that firsthand. My
Yeah.
wife being a teacher, I see it every day. She spends a lot of her own time and money.
Yeah.
Yeah, you announced it at the Chamber of Commerce meeting, and I was going to go pick one up, and I just talked to Ashley, I think, right after lunch, and they were gone.
Yeah.
So we didn't grab one, but that was
Like I said, we had 46. My goal was 15, and we had 46.
Wow.
So
cool.
can't beat that, yeah.
Yep.
So maybe it's something the teachers can look forward to.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I'm sure they were shocked too.
They were.
Cool.
They were very appreciative.
Well,
Very.
fall is in the air, and Thanksgiving's coming up. The holiday season is coming up. So what do you have planned for this Thanksgiving Christmas season?
Well, I'm going to skip Thanksgiving
Okay.
and go straight to Christmas.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm in charge of the toy drive for the Chamber of Commerce.
Okay.
And Ava Barlow started this years ago, and I was lucky enough to get to work with her. And then when she got sick, she handed it over to me. So last year we had 100. Well, first of all, let me stop it. We send out a letter. They went out Monday to all the buildings, to all the kids, saying if they need any help buying Christmas for their kids, to fill out the form and turn it in. Last year we had 167 kids that we bought Christmas for.
Oh, awesome.
Now, 2 years ago, I actually started having people adopt kids, adopt a family. It's very anonymous. No one knows who they are, who they're buying for. And last year we had 71 kids that were adopted out without it really even trying. So this year I'm going to work real hard to get the kids adopted out because that's a big help. Because the money that we use to buy for the kids for Christmas is from the chamber. And how they raise the money is they sell the lollipops on the square. They're $25 to get your name, your family name, or whatever you want. So that's really the only fundraiser that we have for, buying stuff for the kids. Just through that. with the
Well,
chamber.
boy, do we have something in store for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guess
Right.
what?
When,
Go for it.
Yeah, well, what I was going to
What
say
is
is,
that, James?
is when people are listening to this in the next couple of days, get on Facebook. We're going to have a Matthew has been generous enough to lend his building up here that's attached to the 12 O'Clock Siren Studios. And we're going to have a little shindig where we're going to provide some food and provide some adult beverages. But all we ask is a small cash donation, 5, 10, 15, 20, whatever you got. It's going to go straight to this toy drive and to these kids who would otherwise not have a great Christmas. And there's going to be an event on Facebook that we're gonna have that out. So by the time this goes live, there will be an event, and we'll start inviting you. So get ready to see that in your newsfeed.
Get ready.
That's fantastic. That's great.
Well, I think we, I can speak. Jason's done this in the past.
I dealt with Ava, actually.
Yeah,
And we did something real similar to this, but I think we can do it on a larger scale this time.
I think so, and I think as members of the community, and people who have grown up here, and we're privileged and blessed to have get the Christmases that we liked, and so I think now that we're not just school age kids anymore, we want to help out with some things.
Yeah,
So
Lord knows I've taken enough from this town.
Yeah,
I might as well
yeah.
give some back.
That's right. That's right. So
Jason's been somewhat connected to the organization too, and doing this in the past.
Yeah, we did
It's
it one
cool to-
time before. We had this wild idea. I always like to get my friends together for Thanksgiving. That's what it's about. And we had a good turnout one year. And after everyone left, I thought, man, we should have had everyone do something for for a local children's charity. So the next year, it sounded like that many people or more were coming again. So that time we decided, let's be charitable. Let's try to raise some money for the kiddos for Christmas. And we gave our donation to, and this is a private party we're talking about. We gave our donation to Ava, and she said at the time it was the largest single donation she had ever had, which made us feel really good. And here it is a few years later. We have more friends now with the Siren, and we want to
Reboot it.
do
Yeah.
more. We'll
Yeah.
see what we can,
Bring it back.
what we can accomplish. So
Bring it back. We're thinking about the Saturday the 30th, November 30th.
2 days after Thanksgiving.
mhm.
2 days after Thanksgiving, doing something from the afternoon to the
Yeah, to
nighttime.
whenever.
Maybe
To
even-
whenever it ends, but just be here with all kinds of just fun entertainment sort of things.
Also, too,
Plenty of room up here.
I spoke to Jake, and he might be willing to throw some IVs this way. So if you want to come
cool.
out and get a little IV action, a little hydration for
That would
pregame
be-
it, or maybe even the next day if you're not feeling so good.
Be very
We
cool.
could do indoor, outdoor
yeah.
cornhole. We can
Yeah,
do
we were
dominoes.
thinking about
we can
doing
do
some
ping pong.
some cornhole tournaments,
Yep.
like Matthew said. Maybe some live music
Yep.
for those of you who like to sit around and listen to live music.
and or karaoke. Who knows?
You
You
may
never know.
You may get some of that.
But we've got something fun on the 30th, and that'll all be to benefit the Chamber of Commerce Toy Drive.
That's fantastic.
And whatever we get from there, we will certainly hand you right over
that is
in
great.
check or cash form, however that may be.
What do you think about
maybe
that,
toy
Miss
form.
Ashley?
That sounds very exciting. Can't wait. I'll be there.
Yeah, you will be there. Yeah.
What if-
You're gonna have to work.
yeah. Yeah. Putting you to work, lady.
Okay.
What about toys and clothes donations?
The main
what-
thing is that when kids are adopted out, I ask that the first thing they buy a child is a pair of shoes, a new pair of shoes. I want every kid to get a new pair of shoes for Christmas and socks, because as we all know, the dryer eats up the socks. So,
Oh yeah.
so that's the main thing is that we have a lot of coats that are donated. Last year, I always like to bring it up. I had a Girl Scout drive or club out of Plano, and they did a sock drive for us. They brought me over 700 pair of socks.
Oh my!
So every kid last year got several pair of socks, which was fantastic.
Wow.
The Sabrina Davis, the FFA teacher at school, for their party, instead of bringing gifts, they brought a toy, and they brought me over 100 toys.
Jeez.
So it's organizations like that, and like you guys that are putting this together. It's the whole community working together
Yep.
to make sure that like every kid has a fantastic Christmas. I have a
Yep.
group that buys bicycles. I mean, it's very rewarding. It's very humbling. It's very rewarding. We give them out on the 20th, the day the kids get out of school. They can come and pick up the gifts then. That way they'll know what the kids have and have plenty of time to get ready for Christmas and all. But it's Leonard's a great town for this. It
I
really
love
is. We
this
come together.
community.
It is.
There's so many people that want to help
They do, and you guys are
give
fantastic
back.
doing this.
Oh, yeah, we haven't done anything yet.
Well,
So.
I like to think I'm fantastic. But
Just wait till the 30th.
yeah.
I mean, I'm talking about the broadcast. It tells you live in Leonard, you love your town, and it
Oh, yeah.
shows.
Yeah.
And we appreciate it.
This
Oh,
is
well,
fun.
thank you.
I mean,
Yeah.
it comes with a lot of, just looking and observing and experience in the town growing up. And, we know certain people and, the stories and finding those stories and trying to get them out has been a lot of fun.
It has been surprising. I
Yeah.
mean, like I always thought it'd be cool, but I've been really shocked at how fun we've had, how
Yeah.
much fun we've had with
Yeah,
it.
these
you know.
guys talk like it's sunshine and roses. We fight like cats and dogs
Yeah.
all the
Yeah.
time.
He gave me a bloody nose last
Constantly
week.
fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's terrible. No,
There's a
it's
lot of
been,
drama
It's
behind
been
the 12 o'clock
lots and
siren.
lots and lots of fun.
Yeah, sure has. So just to get the idea here, you guys send forms out to the elementary, the intermediate school, to all the kids in class, and they get back to the parents, and the parents might say, oh, that's something I might need, or we might like for this, it's been rough, or whatever the deal is. They would fill out the form, return it to school,
Yes.
or is it
They
sent
Return
to
it
you
with
guys?
their
They-
kid.
They return it to school. Yes, we check every Friday, pick up the forms. And like I say, it's anonymous. We don't know who.
Okay.
But they list all their kids, the sizes. We have a list on their needs, what they really need, and then wishes, what they'd like to have.
Sure.
So every kid gets toys and. Yeah, but they have to be in by the 15th. We do have a few who'll call later, and that's fine. But we kind of like to know by the 15th, how many we're buying for and what we're doing. So
Yeah.
and the people, like I say, my goal is to get more kids adopted out. There's, that's been fantastic.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that we'll work hard on that too. But
Nope. What's the cutoff date for giving? I know you can never stop giving, but for the purposes of feeding this.
well,
Before they leave for
When would
Christmas
you
break.
like
the
to
20th
have?
I'd like by the 20th.
yeah.
The 20th, really.
20th, yeah.
We've had. I've been out Christmas Eve
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
shopping for a family that was late or something happened. But the 20th would be nice. That way everybody's had time to see what they're getting and all. But
Sure.
Sure.
But you won't turn anything down.
no, we won't turn anybody down. No.
So what's that like going to the Walmart or Costco or
It's a trip. Let me
Nordstrom, wherever
tell
you
you,
might go.
it's a big shopping trip.
what do you take
It really is.
you guys still have the moving vans?
Well, we do use the moving van.
Okay.
We do the Marines, the Toys for Tots Marines. They
Okay.
give to us. So I usually have my husband go pick those up in the moving van. Yeah,
Thank you,
we'll
Gary.
Pick those up December the 3rd. And then usually I have, we take 2 SUVs and we go and we shop. Like I say, we go, like Kohl's is one of the department stores. It gives us a really good discount. So that helps out a lot. Walmart, they're really good to help us out with bicycles. So, it's really a trip. It's
Yeah, I bet. So you said you're storing them all yourself, or at the?
Yes, I store them at West Leonard Water. It's it's on the square, so it's an easy location. We've got storage in the back. Everybody can bring it up there, and we can organize it up there, and it's a good pickup. So we've done that for the last several years.
So you're mass collecting things, then you organize that, you divvy it out by the kid,
Yes,
very
by the
very
family.
specifically by the family and child, I assume. How long does that take? How many people do you have on hand that
well,
night?
you can
That
get.
night, I guess.
Well, actually, there's several of us. There's probably about 10 of us at work the night we hand them out. But during the week, I usually have about 4 of us up there, just going through and making sure each kid is. We're trying to make sure they're equal. Each kid has the same amount of gifts. And
Sure.
that they're all tagged so the parents know this is for so and so, or whatever.
Do you need
So
any more
it's-
hands on deck or anything? Any
we can al-
volunteers?
I can always use help. Yes,
Okay.
I will
Sure.
never turn it down.
So if you're hearing this, not only are we going to have the party on November 30th, but we'll have a sign up sheet for you to sign up your time.
Yeah.
If you can't donate cash, please donate some of your time.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Cool.
Great.
I was going to say before we get off of that subject, now you can also anonymously adopt kids or family
Yes.
for Christmas. Is that
Yes,
correct?
You can adopt a family, and the way that works, I'll just give you a sheet with the age, the sex, the sizes, their wish list, their need list.
Sure.
So, and I know who that family, has that family, so that way you,
Very cool.
yeah.
So how can somebody find you to
You can
get a family?
You can my number's on the list that the letter we sent out. You can always call West Leonard Water. Give me a call. My cell number.
Can also reach out
On
to the 12
Facebook.
o'clock siren and we'll get it in touch
Yeah,
with.
yeah, we would love
Okay.
to bridge that gap.
As long as we're talking about giving, Ashley, you work up at the Leonard Manor, and Christmas is probably a rough time for some of the folks up there. Are there things that people can do for the manor and the folks at the manor?
We try to make sure that everybody has something to open at Christmas, and we have Santa come and he'll pass out gifts that, have been donated, or, we try to make sure that everybody has something.
Sure.
So any donations are.
What's the best way to donate?
Well, you could bring it up to the Leonard Manor or call us and we can come and get it.
If you were going to tell somebody what they should donate or what is the best thing, what would that be?
Well, let me think. That's a hard one. We could always use socks.
I'm enjoying this.
Speaking of socks,
Yeah. I wish our listeners could see this volley between husband and wife.
Yeah. Yeah.
put me on the
We're
spot
just going to
here.
let them go.
There are some
Well,
looks.
last year, my dad was in the nursing home.
Yes.
And it was fantastic. First of all, y'all had the prettiest trees in the nursing home.
Well, thank you.
He was loaded down with gifts. So he got blankets, he got warm-ups, he got socks, house shoes, and this was all it wasn't from us. It was from whoever donates to the home. So he had a fantastic Christmas.
Very
thanks to you
cool.
guys.
Yeah, the Methodist Church does a good program where they donate. They kind of get a wish list and they donate, so people are getting what they wanted. But pajamas, you have to be careful with food. A lot of people are on diet restrictions, whether
Sure.
it's because of diabetes or they have swallowing issues. So you want to make sure that you ask about that first. But any lotions or body sprays or Bath and Body stuff, socks with grippers especially are helpful.
What about time? If someone could just donate time, is that
Yes.
something
Come up
you
and
guys
visit
would like to
people?
have?
coming up and
I
visiting people?
did that
is
for a
awesome.
psychology class in college. One of my
Yes.
things to do was visit with one of the options on the sheet anyway was just visit with somebody in a old folks home, and
Yeah.
My
so I went
sister.
up there and visited with this lady for 6 months.
And they love that.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
They
Yeah,
love
we
that.
watched we watched Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune and just kind of
Yeah.
shoot
Just
the
to have
breeze.
any kind of company.
Yeah, it was
Then
fun,
after
though.
6
It was
months,
cool.
you're like, term's up. I'm done. See you,
Yeah,
lady.
I mean, I did, but
You didn't make
I
a-
did enjoy it.
Yeah.
You didn't make a lasting connection.
Yeah.
No,
No. My
But it was-
sister
I enjoyed it. We
at,
both enjoyed it. It was mutual.
at 14 years old, she went up to do the same thing you were doing, kind of a class like field trip, and she walked into the lady she was assigned to go chat with, her room, and the lady accused her of sleeping with her husband and
Ooh.
slapped her.
Mm.
So my sister never went back. My sister's not one you can slap handily either.
That's
like
a possibility.
she's like, you know,
It's a
It's always a
possibility.
new day.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
I didn't
Never
get slapped.
boring.
You have to be aware that could happen going into it.
So is there a point of contact up there, or is it just kind of anybody in a leadership position come up to the manor and ask, say, hey, I've got some stuff to donate. Who do I talk to? And you'll get pointed in the right direction.
Yes, you can contact me or our new administrator, Lynn Northcutt. I'm going to give her a shout out.
There you go.
Yes, she has recently obtained her license, and we're super proud of her. And she's done a really good job of trying to turn the place around and really, really working to get involved in the community and really make it a home rather than a facility.
Sure.
Cool.
Okay, well, yeah, and not only can you contact Ashley, you can contact the 12 o'clock Siren too. We can.
Are you
point
not
in
the
right direction.
secretary of the PTL?
I am the
And
secretary.
what's going on with the
My
PTL?
goodness.
We have a lot going on with the PTL.
We have some key players
Glad
here,
you
Matthew.
asked.
Yeah, no.
We're interviewing
of-
the shakers and the movers of the.
Wearing a bunch of hats over here.
Yeah.
I feel like Gaye should be the one talking about PTL. She's
Gay, are
been-
you still involved in
she's
that?
been
Yeah.
there for so long.
Case like I'm watching you.
She made it very clear to me before the podcast she is no longer involved with the PTL.
She was the president last year. How long were you the president for?
I was actually only for 2 years.
Were
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
Well, now
Okay.
she's handed the baton to Amber Bates.
Cool.
And yeah, we have a good group now that's really.
Goodness.
I'm sorry, I'm getting hand motions to get closer to the mic.
Yes.
Anyway,
So-
okay.
So, what's going on with the PTL?
So we are really trying to get better relationships between the parents and the teachers. And, you talked a lot about the teachers having to purchase a lot of their own things with their own money. So trying to be a buffer in that area and, giving the teachers some
Sure.
things that they need for their classrooms and taking requests and trying to fulfill them and We just had a really successful fall festival that was able to go straight back to the teachers' classroom, so I'm sure they're getting a lot of neat things for that. We have a T-shirt drive going on, so these T-shirts that you can see on Facebook, on the PTL page you can purchase, and that helps to support the PTL. It goes straight back to the teachers. We have a meeting coming up this Thursday, the 14th at 6:30, and we are going to be making Veterans Day cards to be delivered to local veterans.
Oh, awesome.
Following a short meeting. So come on out, get involved.
Cool.
Yeah, you almost got to kiss the mic.
I'm
You really
so
do.
sorry.
No, you did good.
I
I
just
don't
can't
think-
figure this thing out.
I
Did good.
don't think it's bad.
I like that.
Yeah. Well, no, that's good. So what's the best way for people to get involved with the PTL? Like all the things you just mentioned, is it just come up to the meetings? Is it, what's that best way? And how
all of
often
the
is that?
So we have monthly meetings,
Sure.
and we would love for you to attend just to see what is going on. A lot of people get intimidated with PTL, thinking that if they get involved, they have to, spend a lot of time.
Oh, yeah. Gaye tried to make me the treasurer of the one PTL meeting. I showed up. I was like, what? No.
So no, I mean just like a few minutes of your time, or we have a program where you could sign up for 2 hours for the whole year. And the idea is if everybody gave an hour or two, how much could be done with just
That's
a little
a
bit
lot
of
of
help
man
from
hours.
everybody.
Yeah.
So, yes. So if you're interested in that, you can contact me or go through the 12 o'clock siren to find us, or the Leonard PTL page.
We're just
That's
a
what I was
meeting
going to
service.
ask. Can you guys plug your Facebook pages if you have anything?
Yes.
Leonard PTL Facebook page, is that what it is?
The Leonard Elementary PTL.
Okay.
And
Like it on the Facebook?
Each campus has its own, right?
Right. So I'm with the Leonard Elementary PTL. So
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say I can't speak for the others right now, but
Sure.
Gotcha.
tell you all about elementary.
Leonard Chamber of Commerce?
Leonard Chamber of Commerce, yes.
Just the page, and then under that they'll have, I guess, events or maybe some sort of...
We'll have contacts and events, yes.
Okay, you can find out about the
Yes.
toy drive on there.
Yes, and I did
Okay.
order my T-shirt for PTL, okay.
Well, thank you.
And we'll be creating an
for your
event.
support.
We'll be creating an event, a Facebook event for that today,
Yeah.
and
Tonight?
tag the
Yeah.
commerce or the Chamber of Commerce if we can.
By the time this
Tag
is
the others
live, there
too.
will be an event.
Yes, we're going to do that tonight as soon as this is over. If
Try
I
to
have
hammer
to do
down
it
some
myself.
details on it, and we'll
We
be
should
good
get
to go.
Gaye or Ashley to do it because they're way
Yeah.
more on top of stuff than we are.
Organized and
You guys want a job at the Siren?
yeah, event coordinator.
No, let us do it. We'll be really impressed.
yeah.
Another hat to wear in
All right.
Ashley.
You'll be
What's
really
one more?
impressed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Christmas too, the PTL is providing each child in the elementary school with a Christmas gift
Cool.
too.
Each
Cool.
child.
Each child.
Wow.
How many kids is that?
What
These
kind of
days.
stuff you giving out?
200 Oh, don't get me lying.
200 or 300.
I think
It's-
there's 237 is the enrollment.
It's
there.
between like
there.
240 and 270,
That's
somewhere
how
in
many
there.
toy letters I sent up, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at there. You guys have brought notes and stuff.
Standing ovation on
Gaye has
237.
like 3 or 4 pages of notes beside me here. Wow.
I can't even remember the sounds on my board
Yeah,
here.
I brought a book with doodles in it
Yeah.
to make it look like I had notes.
Mine says Tom Mac Holmes from like 5 episodes ago.
That's the same sheet you've had since episode
There's
1.
gorillas in Kansas.
Yeah.
The other one says somebody out there is dressed as a bad parent. Jay Fuller.
Yeah, I might have said that last.
Uh,
I know
so
you said that.
we made fun of
a
that
little
bad parent.
context.
Well, we made fun of that bad parent at Halloween, and I turned around and it was about negative
Wyatt's
19
barefoot.
degrees, and Wyatt's barefoot, and I was like, "Oh, that bad parent's me."
Okay, so a little context behind that. It was extremely cold at the Halloween on the Square where we did our first remote, and we were kind of chatting it up. And if you haven't listened to that episode, don't, because it's terrible. The sound quality's bad. But we seen I guess a young teenage kid walking around barefooted, and I said, "Oh, look, someone is dressed as a bad parent." And then later, James's kid had his shoes off.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Womp, womp,
One.
womp.
Sorry,
Father
I
of
just
the
cut you
year.
off there.
He
you
still
did.
has he still has like frostbite issues, by the way.
Mm.
But,
Cold,
I
cold,
kid.
Cold,
He's a tough kid.
He is. He's
Cold
good.
Brick Road.
Yeah, he'll walk it
That
off.
popular song
He's
by
from Bailey, and they're small but strong.
That's
Cold Brick Road. You talked about the lollipops, and maybe people might be confused by what lollipops mean. I was a little bit. Explain what the lollipop is.
It's a wooden lollipop that we use to decorate the square with.
Ah,
It's just I don't even know who makes them but for us, but you can order a lollipop. It's $25 to put your family name, put your saying, put your logo, whatever you want on there.
Cool.
And they put them out around the square.
how big are these?
Decorates the square. Oh gosh, I don't know.
They're
Is it
not
as big as
quite
that kegerator? Is it as tall as that?
Oh, it's taller than that.
Oh
yeah.
wow! So
Yeah.
like over 5
There's
feet.
something like that.
we
5
don't
feet or
have
so?
a kegerator
Yeah,
in the
it's
12
about the
o'clock
size
Siren
of your-
Studios.
What do
How
we
dare
have?
you?
It's about the size of your sign.
Yeah, it's something like that.
Oh, very nice.
And they go
That tall?
around
And they go all around the square.
Oh,
on
cool.
the light
Yes.
poles all the way around the
This-
square.
This is a yearly thing then.
Yes.
Right on.
It's $25.
I'm just learning too.
$25 to get your lollipop.
Okay,
But,
so on the lollipop goes a circle logo area where you might put the 12 o'clock siren or West Leonard Water
Yes.
or Jason Fuller.
Anything
Yeah, you can
want.
do personal or
Yeah.
business or whatever.
Okay, cool. So I can do it as my family. I can sign my dog up maybe.
You can get
Yeah.
as many lollipops.
Your
You get
dog
crazy
can
with
have
it.
one. Yeah, sure. Can we make
Yeah.
up a name? Like,
Yeah.
like Chickenfoot Sam?
The city employees were kind enough to put them up for us. That's
I
what
would
it
like to
was.
challenge the people to come up with the funniest name.
Well,
Oh, like
It can only make money, right?
like
That's right,
Signing
yeah.
McSign
Maybe we'll
Face?
have a contest for the funniest
Also-
sign, the funniest
Yeah.
The
candy
money
cane
spends the
sign
same,
that goes
right,
out,
Gabe?
and we'll judge it. We'll walk out there and judge every one of them.
sure.
You come up with a
Sure.
funny one, we'll give you a prize for
I'm
it.
good at judging.
We have
Yeah,
judged
we
the
judged.
chili
We,
fest.
we
Yeah.
did judge chili this
ruined
past
the
weekend.
integrity of the Chamber of Commerce sign,
Yeah.
lollipop sign.
Are you okay with that?
That's fine. Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't get
Wonderful.
your blessing on that, but
That's great. Yes.
but
you
if it
make
gets if it makes $100 more, then
That's
you know
wonderful.
what?
Yes. Yes.
The money all
Uh,
spends the same, Gay.
Yeah.
Candy cane McCandy cane face.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, Signing
winner.
McSign Face.
So,
Yeah.
speaking of Chickenfoot Sam,
Yes.
this morning, dropping my children off at school, we play a little game where I'm like, you smell like a skunk, and they come back and Walker told me this morning that I smell like Chickenfoot Sam's boogers. I found
I know that
quite
smell.
hilarious. Yeah.
Chickenfoot Sam, for those that don't know, is some kind of monster that haunts James's house
Yeah.
on the exterior of
Surrounding.
James's house to keep his children from going outside at night.
We had
That's true.
Ike.
And it does a pretty good job of keeping them from going outside, to be honest.
Except
Thanks.
yesterday, I asked
Chickenfoot
Walker.
Sam.
Yeah.
I asked him to go get something out of the car, and he wouldn't. 'cause
He
was
wouldn't, 'cause
terrified
Chickenfoot
of
Sam.
Chickenfoot Sam.
Just Ashley, for the record, Uncle Jason didn't come up with this. Uncle Garrett did.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Well, I
I
wonder
may
if there's
have
like
carried it on though.
a Sam-footed chicken.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Anyway,
His cousin.
Walker thought that was funny. So.
Yeah.
Gay and Ashley think that we are silly.
She's like,
We are
ridiculous.
silly.
I didn't sign up for this
Yeah,
part.
she can't believe she's wasted her time.
Yeah.
He
Talking about
did
doing all
ask
this,
the
yeah.
other day
You
if
guys are very interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
told me to call you and see if you
Thank
could
you.
come over and play.
You're stuck.
Of
Uncle Jason.
course.
He
Of
did.
course. Just
He
call
did.
me.
He's like, can we call
Does he have a
Jason?
phone? I'll just
And-
call him.
If
No.
you're busy, he'll call Garrett.
Yeah.
He will. Garrett won't answer, but Uncle Jason
He already
will.
knows that.
Uncle Jason will answer. Uncle Garrett won't.
Well,
We thank you,
Oh,
ladies,
wait.
for coming on.
yeah. Before we go,
Oh yeah, we got to do 5 questions.
we do have to do 5 questions.
Just
You
pull
guys-
real quick.
You have time for questions?
And I
Yeah,
want
you-
to talk too about what you do at the Methodist Church. And as long as we're talking about charities and giving, we'll make this the giving episode. What do you do on Saturdays at the church? And you and Dawn, and talk a little bit about that.
Yes, there's a few of us that go up on Saturday mornings, and we have sandwiches that we make for kids who are food insecure, meaning that when they go home from school on Friday, they're not exactly sure when their next meal is, when they're going to get their next meal until they go back to school on Monday. And so we provide them with 2 days worth of food, and they get sandwiches, and they get to, choose from some assorted fresh fruit and breakfast items and things like that. And then the first Saturday of every month, they have what they call Breakfast for God's Children, where any of the kids are welcome to come up and have a hot breakfast and get some lunch food items, and they have a little lesson and just play and have fun. And so, that's been really great for the community, and I've enjoyed being a part of that.
Awesome. So if any of the people listening to this when this goes live, if if the toy drive is not the way you want to donate, or the the PTL or the Leonard Manor, but food and secure kids is really what tugs at your heart, go up to the Methodist Church on Saturdays or whenever. Find me, and I can get you in touch with the right people, and we'll get you plugged in that way.
Aye.
All right. So 5 questions. Okay.
All right, ladies. Are
I've
you
got
ready?
3.
No.
I got to start.
I have two.
Next show, I'm going to have an intro for this segment.
Are you?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to make one for
Cool.
myself.
Very cool.
Okay.
You want to
We're
hear it?
start it off kind of light. What part of a kid's movie completely scarred you? Like, for instance, when Old Yeller died, that scarred me, Or when Ernest kissed the monster and he had all that snot or whatever it was.
The two nose thing
Yeah.
on the Ernest scared
Oh,
student.
man.
Yeah.
That movie was
that was
horrifying for
scary.
children.
I
was
can't
scary.
even talk about it.
That was
What?
scary.
This is when Simba's dad died.
That's a good one.
Aw.
That's a
The
good
Lion
part.
King.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That.
That's it. I still,
That's
if
a
I watch it, I
tearjerker.
still fast forward it.
Yeah.
I can't get through it.
Pretty brutal. When he's like getting under his paw and stuff. Oh, it's brutal.
Yeah.
It's brutal.
What about you,
What's
Miss
you,
Gay?
I think mine was on the Wizard of Oz when the tornado blew the house away.
Yeah.
You know
Scary.
where it was going.
Yeah.
I remember crying back then.
Well, it was one of the
That's
Wizard
true.
of Oz's too that had the roller monkeys.
Well, when she's
The flying monkey.
the
Whoa.
monkeys were terrifying, and when she's
were.
riding the bike
When they were
the
pulling
witch,
the
she
scarecrow
looks
apart?
over. Oh man,
Yeah. When they were
Oh.
pulling the scarecrow stuffing out.
yeah.
That was a weird movie. Do you ever
was a weird
watch
movie.
movies and not realize how weird they are
Yeah,
until
aren't
you become an
there-
adult?
aren't
and
there
you're
some,
like, what was that?
Aren't there some things about the Wizard of Oz, like the filming of? Didn't some folks die on the set or something?
I don't know
Supposedly.
about that, but I do know that if you play it simultaneously with Pink Floyd's The Wall, right,
Mhm.
or Dark Side of the Moon,
Dark Side of the Moon.
Dark Side of
I
the Moon,
Never got into that.
there's all kinds of
Sync it up.
synchronicity
Sync-
there.
I've never watched a movie and thought, you know what, I should put some music on.
Oh, I have.
Have you?
Have you ever watched anything on hallucinogenics? Yeah, me neither.
All right, next
Yes,
question.
sorry.
Enough of that nonsense. Okay, Ashley, we'll go with you first since you went first last time. How would your pet best describe you?
Ooh.
Our pet's a
What do you
weird
have?
one.
What's your pet?
What kind of pet?
Oh,
You have
we
a
have
couple,
two
right?
dogs. Yes, we have Roxy and Popeye.
Popeye. How would he describe
Complete
you?
opposites.
No, absentee.
What about Miss
Popeye's
Roxy?
my dog.
You've done a lot for Roxy.
yes.
Roxy
she
would
said.
call me, I'm
Give
like
her a
her
food.
nurse. I'm her mama nurse. I
Yeah.
think I brought her back from the dead.
She'd say you're caring.
For those
yes,
that don't
she
know,
would say I'm caring.
my dog got into it with a hog,
Ooh.
and the hog like gored her down
Mm.
to her spine.
Mm.
We didn't find her for like 5 days.
Mm.
So by the time we found her, we had this almost dead dog who had her spine showing,
Mm.
and it was all infected. And for about the next month, Ashley proceeded to nurse her back to health while debriding her wound and wrapping it. And, I mean, every day. And in the meantime, I got her addicted to pain pills because I was giving her because I don't like pain pills, so I was giving her my old hydrocodone or whatever. I didn't realize that.
Is that your dog I saw in the wearing the
Yeah, exactly.
wearing the
on the corner.
scantily clad out there
Yeah, yeah,
trying to hitch a ride?
yeah,
Probably.
yeah. And she would. I didn't realize
The pointer?
No, it's the other one. She's like 30 pounds, right? So whatever left over from my surgery I'd have, I give it to her, and I'm 250 pounds.
Yeah.
It's like I should have broke that up a little bit.
She
So-
slept for a month.
Yeah, she kind of did.
What about you, Miss Gay? How would your pet best describe you?
I just got a puppy last Thursday. I've had her a week now.
What kind?
What
It's
kind
a
of puppy?
King Charles Cavalier,
Cool.
and they're so
What is
sweet,
that?
so loving. It's
Little?
they're in the family of the Cocker Spaniels.
Okay.
Oh, cockers are
But they're
great
real
dogs too.
laid back, real calm, and she is so loving. So I don't know. I just sit and hold her all the time.
If
and love
she
her.
could talk, what would she say? What would she tell her little dog friends about you?
Should say Miss Gay is affectionate.
Warm. I was gonna say
Probably would.
warm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lap dog.
Yeah, she sits in my lap all the time. Yeah,
Ah,
she goes
okay.
to work with me, so she's real sweet.
All right. Third question. Last game of pool you played.
Ooh.
I don't play pool.
I think the last game of pool Ashley played was with me at the Irish Rover, probably.
It probably was. It's
Yeah.
been a long time.
Yeah, probably like 2010
Who won?
era.
Would you be-
Probably Ashley.
Pre-children.
Yeah, it was pre-children for sure.
Who won?
So,
I did.
probably
Of course
Ashley
you did.
because I'm terrible at pool. So
What about you, Miss Gay? You shoot pool?
I don't shoot pool.
Never?
No, I don't.
never.
Never once in your
I
life?
do cornhole.
There you
Okay.
go. Maybe you should come up on the 30th. We're
Yeah.
going to have a
Yeah.
tournament,
Well,
I
that-
think.
You're in luck.
Yeah.
Boy, do we have a game for you?
We might have a cornhole tournament.
She'll hustle everybody.
Pool table if we can find one.
Hey, babe, do you remember when we were playing pool in Denton and I accidentally knocked my drink over onto that pool table?
Matthew,
I-
you were
I
there.
do.
He almost,
yeah.
he almost got in a fight for me.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do. I
It
do
was
remember
sweet.
You jumped on that grenade,
I
Matthew?
felt bad.
No, I almost
Yeah,
got into
yeah,
a fight.
I didn't.
Oh, I was thinking,
He's like,
wow,
no,
this
it's
story
his
sounds
girlfriend.
kind of weird.
Yeah, he's not going to take that one. It's my girlfriend at the time.
that. A
Wow,
crappy
this-
pool table at Rip
Doesn't sound
Rocks,
like
man.
you guys.
No, it wasn't. It was Rock or whatever the
Rockies.
Albanian mafia out
Oh.
on 380.
Oh,
Anyway,
okay.
they acted like it was the end of the world.
Oh, he got so mad. James was so protective.
Yeah. Anyway,
Last question?
also I was
Oh, you have one.
young and inebriated.
My turn. If you could
Yes.
have one song play every time you walk into a room, what would that song be? Like a
Okay.
theme song or something? Who's going first here?
Oh man.
Cue
Okay,
the
Matthew.
Jeopardy
Oh,
music.
this is a hard one.
Okay, Matthew, what would you be?
See, that's the
Yeah, y'all
was
difference.
go
yours?
around the table.
In girls
Mine's
and
Van
guys.
Halen right now.
That's right. I think I said natural one.
Yeah, I think
Bulk
you did.
implosion.
I think Just Got Paid.
Okay.
It's easy top.
Okay. What's your favorite song of all time?
See, this is the
I
difference
feel like
between girls and
something like
guys. We think about this
Disney.
kind of stuff.
Yeah, we do. Like
We
I've
spend a
Yeah.
lot of time talking about this kind of stuff.
like when
I've been
You get-
I've been planning this my whole life
Yeah.
when you get in the
for
bathtub,
this question.
Ashley, with your wine and you soak and stuff, and I don't know, you think about like Nicholas Sparks movies or whatever. I think about what song's going to play in.
When y'all were playing with dolls and dreaming about getting married and
Yeah.
having
We were
kids,
sitting
we were
around
we were
having
What's my
wondering
theme song?
Yeah.
what song would play if,
Yeah.
if I walked into a room, any song I want, and Van Halen right now. Then
Do
just
you have a
bam.
favorite song, Miss Gay? One that you just really love?
Because that would be.
Are
a
you
good
a country?
substitute.
You a country fan?
I'm a country.
Who's your favorite country artist?
King George?
Well, he's one of them. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Luke
What?
Bryan. I like Luke Bryan.
Luke Bryan.
Okay. All right. Well,
No, I don't
Country
know.
girl, shake it for me. That's what I'd
Yeah.
go with.
Yeah.
that's Miss Gay's
If
song.
I were you and I was a
Hey, I'll
Luke
take
Bryan
But then
fan,
you'd always have to strut everywhere you
Yeah.
went, though. Every time you opened the door, you'd have to strut.
You and
know?
him wear, I'm afraid
country
you and him wear the
girl,
same
shake it
jeans.
for me.
Next
Jump
time,
up on a table or something, you know.
Next time we have Miss Gay on, we're playing that to
Yeah.
open the show.
That's right.
I'm going to take my
I'll
headphones
think
off,
of
though.
you guys when I hear that song. Okay.
My family
Ha-
still laughs at me because I can sing a lot of Disney movies still verbatim.
So
Okay,
it'd
so
be
which
like-
one's your favorite Disney movie?
The Little Mermaid.
I knew it.
Yeah.
And your favorite Disney or Little Mermaid song is
There's only one, right? One
A
important
Whole
one?
New
A
World.
Whole New World. I was gonna say
I'm
that.
not gonna sing it for you, but I
I thought
could.
that was Aladdin.
That is Aladdin. It's so funny that I was
Sorry.
gonna say that.
Sorry, A Whole
So-
New World is Aladdin.
What
Now
was your-
you've embarrassed me because
What-
you just
I'm
what is-
claimed
embarrassed
you.
myself.
Under the
Sorry.
Sea is what I was
That's
hoping
where
you
I
would
was
go
thinking
for.
that.
No.
What is
She
your
went with
favorite?
another movie.
What's
I
your favorite
know,
Little
I'm
Mermaid
so
song?
Sorry. Hold on. I gotta.
Wait, while you're thinking, Ashley just did for movies what we had a piece of tortilla soup do for chili. The
Oh
other
yeah,
day.
that's true.
There was a chili cook-off, but we got tortilla soup.
I think it was tortilla
So I
soup.
think we went with that for the most unique. Because they're like, well, if you're calling it chili, it's the most unique. You know? So anyway,
You're
Strange
feeding me
chili.
Little Mermaid and you're giving me Aladdin. I
I
mean,
know.
Goodness.
That was a trick answer.
What would Ariel say?
what's your
Testing.
favorite color?
Purple.
Purple. Yeah, I was gonna say that.
nah.
Um,
Did you
All
know
right.
I was gonna say A Whole New World?
Enough
I
of
did.
Because
that.
that would hurt. That hurts my feelings.
I did.
All right.
Just
Last-
like you knew that Little Mermaid was your favorite.
Yeah.
Is this our last
Basic.
question?
Yeah, it is. It's our last question.
Under the
This
sea.
one's a little bit deeper. But it's okay.
Oh, we
But
got a
it- but it's an
thinker.
no, it's an easier one. It's just a
Okay.
little bit deeper. If you could find out the absolute truth to one question, what would it be? What is that? Do you hear that?
What?
Some interference.
That was
I got some
nothing.
interference. Yeah,
Maybe it's me.
strange. Maybe I'm ringing. I don't know.
Maybe I'll throw
What
this
that
phone.
interference was? That's what I'd like to know the truth.
Who's
of.
going first on this? Do we have? Can we cue the Jeopardy music?
I don't have any lined up.
we should get that.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I've got.
What would it be,
I
Ashley?
got a ricochet.
I'm gonna put you on the spot. Absolute truth to one question. Are ghosts real?
No, because I know they are.
Ooh.
We've had
As
we've
do I.
had experience.
Yeah.
As do I.
Okay. Miss Gaye, what about
Other
you?
forms of life outside of
Outside
here.
of this
Cool. I dig it.
universe or world?
You want to know if there's aliens or not?
Yes. Or
I would
what
say-
is there? Just
Yeah.
anything.
Yes or no? Just like George Strait said.
Check yes or no.
Yeah, thank you.
There's only one that comes to mind when I hear this, and that's Bigfoot.
Yeah.
I
But we
have to-
know.
yeah, well, I do, but I want to know.
Yeah.
For sure. I want some confirmation, where like proof of purchase, where
Absolutely.
I can show all my friends.
Yeah.
Don't doubt it.
So you,
It's
Miss
out there.
Gaye, one question?
Well, the one question I can think of is, and I'm probably going to get killed for saying this.
That's okay.
We won't. kill
9
you.
people will hear it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Maybe Carrie's not listening.
Uh-oh.
When is she going to get married?
Oh.
Oh, that's
Oh,
a good
man.
one.
It's out on the siren.
That's
Yeah.
a good
I'm
one.
going to call that out on the Facebook page later. I don't know.
Yep.
No.
Yeah, we'll put it in the
Here it goes.
description of this episode.
All right. Well, thanks to you ladies for coming out.
Thanks, ladies.
Thank
Ashley,
you.
my lovely
One
wife.
of
I
one of
appreciate
you
it.
will find out the question or the answer to your question. I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Thank
Yeah.
you both
Good luck on that one.
for
Good
just-
luck, Ashley.
That'll
for
be gay.
bringing up the girl to guy average.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that's
nice to
good.
have 2 ladies on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smells better in here
Sure.
than
It
normal.
does.
It does. Yeah. All right.
That's
So,
funny.
well,
All right.
Thanks,
Thank you very
ladies.
much, ladies. That was great.
Thank you.